All right, you're listening to 91.5 WUML Lowell Blues Deluxe, and it's my honor and pleasure to have Shaelyn from the Shaelyn Band
Hello, hello.
live with me online. Hello, Shaelyn.
Hello, how are you?
I am great. How are you?
I am wonderful, wonderful. Very excited to be here.
Well, let me just give them a little background, my listening audience. I connected with Tim, who's in your band,
Mhm.
a while back, couple years ago, and he sent me two songs from your first album, I think it was,
Mhm.
that were that you were releasing, and I actually played them on my show back then.
Mhm.
And then I was able to get your first album, and you have a second album that came out not
Yes.
a few years. What was it? Last year or the year before?
2023.
That's when, yeah,
Yeah.
2023, when I actually got to see you. You were at the White Mountain Boogie,
Yes.
and Kat Riggins was with you as well. I'm going to ask you about how that all came about, how Kat Riggins and you guys, I know live around the same area, but and you're in the same blues circles, but I want to ask you about that in a little bit. I want to ask you how you started out in this business. How'd you get started?
Sure, sure. So, I actually started out with Kat after Tim. Tim is my husband. He's
Yeah.
also the drummer for both of the bands. And he and Kat hooked up years prior. He filled in for her one time. Their chemistry was great. And so they joined up together. He became her full time drummer. And as he was working with her and they were building new music and things, she wanted to kind of add a little flair or a little bit of change to what she had going on at the time. So he thought it would be nice to bring in background vocals. And so he spoke to me about it. I told him that I would definitely be interested. I love Kat, she's a sweetheart. And so we kind of came together with Mark Barner, who is the other background vocalist, and we began to work on her music. And so we kind of joined up, I believe, maybe about a year before you heard us.
22,
Yes, we
2022.
have been
Yep.
working together, trying to get things built up. That was one of our first big events with Kat. So it was pretty exciting to be able to do that with her.
So Tim's a drummer in both bands, your
Yeah.
band, the Shaylin Band, and Kat Riggins Band.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
He is the MD for both bands as well.
So do you travel together, the two bands?
Yes, we do. Most of the time, we will do runs that are specifically for Cat Riggins, and then we have the runs where it will be just the Shaelyn Band, where Cat is normally overseas. But we do have some opportunities where both of the bands are able to perform at the same time, so it
Well,
kind of
well,
helps out.
well, that day I saw you, you were her backing band and she was the singer, and you were the background singer.
Yes, yes.
Now,
That was a
did
great
the
day.
Shaylin Band have a set at all that weekend? Because I was only there Saturday. I saw Kat's show, but I didn't know if you did.
Not that weekend. We didn't do that weekend. That was all Cat. So we were there in great support and fun with her.
And have you played with as the Shaylin Band at the festival yet?
Not at White Mountain Boogie. We've been working on getting in connection with some people out there. We do have some friends that have been trying to help us out as well, but not at White Mountain Boogie. We've been able to perform at quite a few festivals, but we're still working on that one.
Like what festivals have you played?
We've done North Atlantic. We've
Yep.
done Blues on Reed. We've done. We're going to actually be doing Crossroads Festival and the Forgotten Blues Festival, both coming up this year. So, gosh, we've done Camping with the Blues. We've done a couple of things for Paul Benjamin. So
Yep.
he's been a great support of the band. We were able to, I believe we did the last oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of the festival. He's replaced it with Lakewood Festival now. But previously, it was his December festival, and I believe we opened the last time that he did that festival. So we've been able to kind of do quite a few things.
Yeah, that he does festivals up here in Maine, and then he does them down in Florida.
Yes, we've been blessed enough to be able to perform at both of his festivals, both in Maine as well as Florida.
And you played at the Bull Run here in Shirley, Mass, too.
Yes, we love Bull Run. That is one of our favorite places. Mama T and the team, they treat us like royalty. They are amazing. Food is great. Wonderful venue, sound techs. They are some of the coolest people you ever meet. So that is one of our go-to places.
And you know Mickey McGuire, bass player up here, who plays with all
Yeah,
kinds of people.
that's my buddy. I love
He
Mickey.
he's your buddy. Did he hook you
Yeah.
up when you were at the White Mountain? He hooked up with you there because
Yes.
he was doing the side stage, I think, with his band that
He
day.
was. They were so fun and exciting even as we were listening to the different bands switching out that we just had to meet them before we left, and they're so lovable. They're so kind and friendly. So it was just a great mix, and we've been connected ever since.
And then the band that came on after you, Cat Riggins, was Toronzo Cannon. I get to hang out with him a little bit too.
Yes, that's another great one. We actually just did a show with Toronto in Florida for Valentine's Day. Kat Riggins and Toronto were both at Cottonmouth, so we got to hook up again. It was just as magical there as it was in White Mountain Boogie.
So her band over here, it's not always you. She's got her own band, right? Or does is it you guys?
Well, we are her US band. She
U.S.
does have,
Ah, there we go.
yeah,
You're the
we're the
U.S.
US
band.
band. So she does have a band that she does when she's overseas because the Shaelyn Band is normally touring when she's overseas. So she has that band there. And then when she's home, we are the US band.
Wow. So you have a new single that came
Yes,
out March 31st.
yes,
Tell me
sir.
about that.
That is Cruise, and it is very fun song. We actually performed that song already. So it's one of those songs where we can get the people up and moving throughout the actual audience. We literally cruise on down the road. So no matter what venue, whether it's a festival, indoor, outdoor, we get everybody up and we cruise through the aisles and we just have a great time. It is one of our most energetic songs, and people have really fallen in love with it. So it was a great way to advertise the new album.
So I'm guessing she does background vocals with the Shaelyn Band too, somehow. I'm guessing.
She actually doesn't.
She doesn't. Wow, I would think
She
she
does not.
would. I
No,
would
she
think.
doesn't. She is a great support of the Shaelyn Band, but she does not sing background for the
Wow.
Shaelyn Band.
When
Yes,
you sing background for her, you would
yes.
think that it would be reciprocated a little bit here or there, but I guess not.
Honestly, look, Kat is an international blues artist. She has served her time. She does not have to back me, but she does support. So the support is great. It is
I
all
had to
love.
ask that question because that was the first thing I thought of was, well, you back her. You're the backup singer for her when she's out in the U.S. and you got records. Maybe she's on one of those records with you.
No, we haven't made it on an album together yet, but with the exception of the background vocals that we did on her newest album,
Yeah.
which released Revival. So I'm on that one with her, but we haven't been able to do anything under the Shaylin Band together yet.
So that's another question. Her records that she has, are you
Mhm.
on many of them? The band, the Shaylin Band, on many of her records? The
We
last few,
are we're on the most recent album, the
most
one that
recent.
released, I believe, the end of 2024. So
Yep.
it released, it was Revival, and it has some of her newest, like most exciting things that she's been able to do. She's really been in love with this album because she was able to express herself lyrically, and then kind of go a little bit beyond what she's done in the past musically. So myself and the rest of the band, we've all been able to kind of join in and help out with that album. So it's the first one where she actually has the blues revival on recording with her.
Wow. Yeah, she mentioned that. When I talked to her, she was mentioning about the revival and how that was an important record for her
Mhm.
and that that's what she wanted to continue to do is talk about revival.
Yes, she did an amazing job on that album. Just to watch her as she was recording and to see how she was just coming alive with everything that she was doing. I've never been able to see her actually record, but to just watch how, I mean, the same energy that she gave on stage, she gave in the booth. And so it was really magical just to see her show who she is even behind the scenes.
Wow, that's
Mhm.
great. So the first album was called the Shaelyn Band. The second album is called what?
Juke Joint.
Juke Joints. That's right.
Yeah. Yes, that one, that's one of those groovy get down kind of albums. We really enjoyed that one. Most of the time, the songs that we perform on it, those are the ones that get the people moving quite a bit. So that was the real deal juke joint style music of the Shaelyn Band.
And then this new single. Is there
Yes.
going to be a third album with this new single?
There is, the single was actually the promotion to the third album that will be releasing this summer. And the third album is called Blues. It is probably going to be my favorite once it's fully released. I'm in love with all of the music just because I've been able to express who I am, how I am, and what we are as a band as a whole through each album. But this third one was just the growth of expectation that we wanted as a band, just working through the years. It has all been released in this album. So we are so excited just for everybody to hear blues and to see where the Shaelyn Band has come.
So it's special for you, this new one, the next
It
one.
is. It is. We actually have a couple of songs that will pull on the heartstrings a little bit. Couple of dedications to some people that we love that are no longer here, but it's kind of a drive for us to keep moving, and that's actually the name of the song is "Just Keep Moving."
I was
So,
probably the first guy to play your music up here on the East Coast. I bet.
oh wow.
I bet I
Well, we
was when he
look,
sent it to
we've got
me.
some good ones coming for you. So
Huh?
I say we've got some more good ones coming for you. So we'll have
Good.
something for you to
Please
play.
tell Tim I said hi and thank you for reaching out to me back then when he did.
Absolutely, absolutely. We appreciate you for playing the music back then. It was an honor to have those that believed in us enough to allow us over their airwaves. So I thank you very much for that.
I got to find a way to get the videos off my phone and send them to you of that of your show with Kat. I have it. I was side stage and I took two or three videos.
Yes, we would love to see it. Absolutely love it.
And I was like crazy. It was great. You guys,
It's a
you
lot of
guys,
energy.
you guys kick it. I'll tell
It's
you.
just a lot of energy. We
Yeah, a
we
lot of
try and give
energy.
everything we have.
And she was all over the stage, and you could see you in the background too, with the back on the other side, when the background
Yes.
vocal.
I try to keep up with her. I'll be honest with you. I try my best to keep up with her. When she's going though, sometimes it's very hard, but I think we got a good thing going.
Well, that's a good thing that you have that attitude to it. Helping out, and you're all from the same area too,
Mhm.
so it's a good thing.
Yes, we're all Southern souls. We
So tell me about you're down in what, Jacksonville,
we're actually in Lake City.
Lake City,
Yes, so we are west of Jacksonville. Mhm.
and I bet you there's lots of clubs to play down there.
Honestly,
No, there isn't, right?
not in Lake City.
No, but
Not in Lake
in
City.
Florida, there's a lot. I know.
We do have quite a few in Florida. We've got a couple of places in Naples and Newport Richey. We have Bradenton, which is a great location, Tampa. So quite a few places in Florida. Beautiful, beautiful venues. Um, a lot of blues lovers are this way as well. So we have quite a few locations that we absolutely love going as Cottonmouth, Inglewood, Skippers. We have a new location that we've been going, Colonial Oats in St. Augustine.
Yep.
Um, Gosh, there's so much. We actually just did Hidden Oaks in Tarpon Springs. And then we've been in Delray Beach quite a bit. We have the Alley, Heidi's, so many different places that we play. Center Bar and Jack's Seafood; those are two great locations as well. So uh, I know there are so many more. Peggy's Coral and Whiskey River, just many places that we've been able to play.
How about up
That
here?
I
You
don't want to
played the
miss
Bull
anybody.
Run. Any other places around in New England you played?
Oh gosh, I will be honest with you. I am directionally challenged. So, so a lot of times I can name where I've been and I could not tell you where I was
Well,
at
I
that
bet you
time.
played up in Maine on the Monday night at Paul
Yes.
Benjamin's.
Yes, we have done that. We're actually going to be headed back there soon as well. Because we're going to
August, you
be,
said, right?
yes, yes, we'll be that way in August.
Yeah, he said he's
So,
got a dancing crowd on Monday nights up there at
oh,
the
yeah.
club.
Oh, yeah. They have a lot of energy. I mean, they kept us going, and I'm already an energetic person. So to be able to push me even harder, you gotta be a special kind of crowd.
Right? I not too long ago I went down to a club I'd never been to. It's not really a club.
Mhm.
It's called the Spire Center in Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And they saw Chris Kane in there,
Okay.
and that place was fabulous. I've never been in a place like that.
Okay.
It's an
Well,
old church, 1800s church, converted
wow.
into a performance, and they hold about 2 or 300 people, and it's beautiful. Place is beautiful.
Wow.
The
Okay.
sound is great. If you ever get a chance and you can get in and play there, go play there. You'll love it.
We'll have to look into that one. I don't think I've heard of that one. And what's the name again?
The Spire
The
Center
Spire
in
Center.
Plymouth, Massachusetts. It's right on the water. It's right on the Atlantic Ocean,
Okay.
and it's an old 1880s Methodist church. They just gutted, and all the stained glass windows are behind you. It's crazy nice. It's
Wow.
nice,
Okay. Yeah, I'll
and
look into
they even
that.
leave the pews there. You Everybody sits in the pews. How do you like
Wow.
that?
That's cool. That is cool. I'll
So
probably feel right at home then.
yeah, you probably sing a little gospel in there. You'll be all set. But it was cool. I'd never been in I've been to a lot of shows over the years.
Mhm.
Never been in one like that. And when I walked in, I go, "Wow, look at this place."
Wow.
And
Yes.
then the sound was perfect in
It's
there.
always the creativity of the venues that really like capture you. I love places that, repurpose buildings and use it. Like churches are amazing in general. So to be able to repurpose them.
And they have a you want to you have a subscription. You pay a certain amount to go see shows, and it's
Oh,
discounted. Each show is you pay them like I think it's $100 a year or a little more,
wow.
and you get a discount for all the shows that come in there, and the money goes back to the fixing the place up. That
That's
you
cool.
That's pretty cool.
That is that, but that's a great little way to do so. Get it and take it back to
Yeah,
fixing the venue.
giving it back.
Yeah,
They're giving the money back in, and they're using it to revamp it and make it better.
I love
But
it.
yeah, I was like blown away when I walked in there. I'm going, "What's this going to be like?" And then he started playing, and the sound was like
Oh my gosh.
incredible.
Yeah,
I'm
we gotta
going,
check that out.
man, you gotta
Definitely gotta
we
check
gotta
it out.
get more people in here in this place.
Yeah, especially yeah, anything creative like that, you got to bring eyes to it. So we'll check that one out.
So tell me, growing up, what kind of music were you listening to? Was it blues or was it other stuff?
All gospel,
You were all
entire
gospel. Wow.
entire childhood. I was born and raised in the church. I am the daughter of a preacher. I have been doing gospel my entire life. So it actually did not kick over to any other genres. Probably until I got to about high school is when I really started listening to other styles of music. I did listen to R&B, neo soul. I fell in love with country. A lot of people don't believe that, but I love the sound of country music and the stories that they tell. So that was a big part of it as well. I didn't get into the blues specifically as far as singing it until after my husband and I had spoken about it. So around the beginnings of the band is when I really got engulfed into the blues, which was around about 2020, 2019 is when we started going into the blues era. I actually have
You,
a song on the album that's going to be coming out. You see it now, but it's called "The Blues Chose Me," and it's about me finally finding my place in music with the blues after having sang so many different genres.
Yeah, but you need to sing gospel now too. Add
Oh,
it,
I
add
still
it,
do.
add it. Yeah, add it to the repertoire because that's where blues came from. Some of it.
Yes. I still sing it. I still go back home when I can and sing, and then just in general, I sing it around the house when I'm cleaning, when I'm out and about. Sometimes I'll do a quick little video of just an encouraging song just because it's still in me. It'll never leave me. No matter where I go, it's always there. So, it's a
Well, you
big
can
part of
you
who I
can
am.
convert a gospel song into a blues song real easy if you think
A
about
lot
it.
of people actually have done that. So yeah, you actually can. And then with my voice, the way, I've always been singing most of the time, I hear that a lot. It's like, I can hear the gospel in your voice. It's like, it's never going to
It's
leave me.
never gonna go away.
It's
No.
never, that is the biggest part of who I am. So,
So tell me how you met Tim. Tim's the guy that started all these things.
yes. Oh my gosh. So, ugh, I met Tim back in college. Funny enough, he was the drummer for the gospel choir that I joined when I came to college. And so we kind of got to know each other, became friends, and I started singing a little more in the choir. He ended up taking the position as the choir director, and I became one of the lead singers at that time. And we built friendship, realized that there was a bit of an attraction there. So we let that grow into a relationship. And about 5 years after that, we decided to get married. So this is where we are now. The love between two people has built an entire business, band, and family, and hopefully made it a little bit better for the people around
So
us.
tell me about the band. When did that all start? When did you decide you wanted to put a band together? I know you were working together in college, but when did the band just when did that come about?
Yes. So Tim has been working with many different artists. As I stated, he was with Cat Riggins prior, and he's worked with a couple of other artists throughout his time. And he spoke to me and he asked me if I was interested in ever being a front singer. At the time, I was not. I'm very energetic on stage, but I'm a very quiet to myself kind of person. So I wasn't really interested in being in the forefront. And around about 2019, he was speaking to me again and he was asking about doing the blues. And so I agreed to it and we began writing songs and he writes basically all the music. I handle majority of the lyrics. Generally we come together on the hooks. And so we wrote a couple things out, decided that we liked the vibe and the sound that we had come up with. um, and then he had met the lead guitar player, which is Eric Guess. So he was one of the first members of the band to kind of be there with us, and he's also had some input on music, and we worked on a couple things with him. And then I believe the next person that ended up coming in was Mark Barner, which is the background singer.
Yep.
So he came and we started working on harmonies and building different things together. And then Curtis, the bass player, he came in. We did have to, make some adjustments on musicians, but Curtis is the current bass player that we had. So we started kind of building relationship connection with him, and so we started with just those members, and we had been traveling and doing different things. We had all been playing with Cat, so we had that extra time together to kind of build. And so um, after we had been playing for quite a while, then Tim was saying that he wanted to bring in keys, and so we tested out a couple different musicians to see who would collab the best with the group that we had. And so now we have joined in Mike Hensley, which I guess most of the blues world knows him as the professor. So he is the organist for the band right now. And then we played with him for quite a while, built up our chemistry, let the band become even more in sync. And then recently, I believe this February of this year, we added our two most recent members, which are horn players. So we have a
Wow.
trumpet player now, and that
You're
is
a big
Isaiah.
band now.
Yes, we are. We are 8 piece now. So that's one of the most exciting parts. But we have our trumpet player, Mr. Isaiah Guyton, and our trombone player, which is Moses Maldonado. So we are one big happy family. We have been working diligently to build our sound, build our connection, and play as a unit. So it's been really, really great
So
over these years. It's just been wonderful.
so tell me about your morphing from not wanting to be a front person to being a front person, singing. And I'm guessing Kat had a lot to do with helping you to get over that, huh?
Honestly, Kat didn't even know that she was a help to me. Um, when I was singing background with her before I really got into being the front person, I watched her.
Yeah,
And
that's what I was trying to
yeah,
get you to say. Is
I watched her for a while, even before I actually began singing background for her. When Tim was just the drummer, I would come to the shows and I would just watch. And I didn't, I mean, a lot of people were kind of looking at me because I wasn't up and I wasn't dancing and I wasn't, moving a lot. But for me, it was trying to see an artist that has already been in the business, someone that is loved, someone that is professional, someone that has, what it takes to keep people engulfed and involved in the performance. I wanted to be as detailed in what I brought to the forefront as I could. So the only way you can really do that is to, watch and pay attention to those that have already basically kind of paved the way of it.
it's not that easy to do that to be
It's
able to.
really not. And I mean, I had to break out of my shell slowly just for the sake of myself. But I was able to use what I saw Kat do just kind of as a release or being able to express herself. And I just used basically my own version of what I saw her do. And I just slowly opened up. I spoke to my husband and I let him know, these are the moments where I'm uncomfortable. How do I work with this? And he would speak to me and, tell me different ways that I could use just general life to help me just kind of mellow out. And honestly, before I ever really got back into singing, because I had stopped singing right out of high school, um, I was a mime minister in church. And so I was very comfortable there because I didn't have to talk. I had on face paint and it was the idea of being mute. And so Tim reminded me of that. And he just told me, it's like the same thing you did when you did mime. Use that to your advantage.
Yeah, get back into that.
Yeah, and he's like, you know how to become something totally different. You know how to mute yourself and put what people need to see to the forefront. And so I used that. And the minute I clicked back into that, I was able to understand that when I'm off the stage, I'm just me. I'm mommy, I'm wife, I'm, business owner and artist and everything. But when I'm on the stage, I'm Shaelyn. And at that point is when there are no rules. This is where we come. We give everything we have to the absolute last moment of thank you, God bless you, we'll see you next time. And that's when, I can cut it off. So it was a work in progress, but I'm still actually working on it. But I feel that I've grown quite a bit, and I think those two are probably the biggest assets to getting me to where I am now.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Has Kat watched you and commented on what you do on your own?
She has watched. Um, I have asked her once before if, just artist to artist, sister to sister, if there was anything that she thought that I could work on. And her response was that I was being me. And so, as long as I was true to who I am and what I'm
That's
doing,
all that matters.
yeah. And so she told me that what I was doing was coming across the way I was anticipating it to come across. So, and that was my biggest concern. I didn't want to be too extra. I didn't want to be too subtle. I wanted to be at a point where um, just people understood the entire production of what it is we do. Like, I didn't want to just sing, I wanted it to be an experience. And so she acknowledged that that's what's coming across. My husband has acknowledged it. The other band members have acknowledged it. And even,
Yep.
the viewers that are coming out, all of our supporters, they've all expressed that they are getting an experience. And that's all I ever really wanted.
I wanted to bring that out because you work so closely with her, even with as her band, and then on your own singing. I just wanted to see if she had any commentary on what she's seen, your growth over time, and you just confirmed it.
Yes, yes. She's been able to let me know when, even when she sees the extra steps and efforts that I'm putting in. Like, me and her, we have conversations all the time, especially when we're on the road, and we just kind of encourage each other to, make sure that both of us understand in this business, it's honestly, and I'll be honest, it is harder to be a woman in this business than it is to be a
Yep.
man. And so sometimes, just as women, we have to push each other and remember that we can do what needs to be done. We can put on just as good a show. We can keep the people energized and going. And so, like, we do that with each other all the time. We just make sure, even just in passing, sometimes we'll look at each other and go, "Hey, you did that. That was a good show. All right, keep it going." Just to encourage
Yep.
each other. So it's been a great
Well,
sisterhood with her.
I wanted to bring that out because the listeners don't get to understand or see that or hear
Mhm,
that.
mhm.
And
Yes,
I wanted them to understand that, if they've ever seen Kat or yourself separately, that there's a connection there. And there
yes,
has been.
absolutely, absolutely. It is one of the strongest bonds that I have.
Well, I saw it when you were at the White Mountain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You guys were like in sync together. It was great.
Mhm.
And the band really sounded great that day.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those guys are awesome. I love them. They have been just. I just love them.
So
I
you
don't even
self
know any better way to say.
you guys self produce your records. You don't have anybody releasing records for you.
No, sir. We have released all of our albums by ourselves. We have been the recording. So we've done all of our recording, we've done all of our vocals, we've done all of our music, our mixing, our mastering, even the production of the physical CDs has been done in house. So we are fully self sufficient.
So you got a third record coming. Any thoughts of shopping it to some of these labels that are out there that might help give you more distribution?
Um, Probably not. We are
You
going to
do it
be.
yourself.
Yeah. I mean, if we can get some assistance, we may look into it. Um, as of right now, though, we've been pushing on our own for so long. Um, it's just nice to be able to see how far you can go. Any helping hands that we do get, and anyone that reaches out to us and acknowledges that they would like to assist, absolutely. We obviously don't turn, help down. But we've been having so much fun kind of growing this and kind of building our own, little in-house productions that I think we've been doing pretty good.
That's good. I mean, you got a lot of connections. I mean, the places you played, like Paul Benjamin's a great one that could
Yes.
that could open up a door for you somewhere down the road
Yes, yes.
because he's taken you on and brought you on to all the stuff that he's involved with.
Yes, he has been wonderful throughout this process, even just to call and just get a little bit of encouragement about, continuing, and different ideas that we're thinking about, just to be able to, speak to him and see if we're kind of headed down the right path. He's been a great asset to this band. And
Well, he's involved with the Blues Foundation too,
mhm,
so there's
yes,
another connection
yes,
for
sir.
you.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So, where do you see the band in the next 2 or 3 years?
Ooh,
Good
2 or
question,
3
huh?
years. That is a great question. Um, well, my plan is for all of us to still be together, but to be a stronger unit. I want to continue to produce music with these guys for as long as possible. I want to travel the world with them. We've already, technically become national touring artists because of our, unified.
Mm-hmm.
traveling and everything that we've been able to do. But I want to simply be able to be impactful no matter where we are, even if we never cross overseas. I want everything that we do together to just be symbolic of the growth and the family atmosphere that we want it to be. Anywhere that we go, as long as people understand that we're doing what we love to the absolute best of our ability, never settling, never getting comfortable. We want to continue to grow and we want to be a big part of what keeps the blues alive. And I know a lot of people say that and it's kind of cliche at times, but I genuinely want to be one of those names that as they're speaking about the blues that they can say the Shaelyn Band, you know, they came in, they were innovative, they loved what they did, they were passionate, they were true to the blues and still true to themselves, and they supported other blues artists. They were, you know, real, they were family, they were just, I want to be a part of the history of this great genre. And I feel as long as we continue to do what we've been doing, we'll be a part of what keeps the blues alive.
You'll go overseas. I guarantee it. Eventually, you'll be there.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
No, I know you will be. It's just a matter of time and who you can connect over there to get on a little tour.
Yes, sir.
Once you get on a little tour, that's it.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
I mean, I've seen local bands here do it, and
Hmm.
it's like once they go once, they keep going back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So then you're a worldwide instead of just a national act. You become a worldwide act.
Yes, sir. We're working on it. We'll get it taken care of. We're good right now, national. So we'll keep going national and continuing to broad
I got a
and we'll be
question
doing
I
big
never
things.
asked. I was thinking about this. Did you ever compete in the IBCs?
Yes, we did. We competed 2024. The Shaelyn Band did 2024 IBC. Um, so we let me see, we made it to semifinals. Made it to semifinals. Made some great connections there. Honestly, I believe following the IBC is when we were able to really broaden our horizons as far as locations on where we could go. That's a great place to go and kind of build who you are, build
Connections.
your connections. And we really took advantage of that. We had, the business cards, and we made it very clear that every performance that we had, regardless of how far we went, you give everything. It doesn't matter if they would have said, stop after the first one. That first one was going to leave an impression. So
Yep.
so we just made sure that we went there with the mindset of building connections and networking and being true to who we are. And it honestly, it paid off as great as we could have possibly expected it to.
Yeah, I was there in 2023, and it was crazy. It was wild. Uh, Beale Street's is nuts. I
It
mean,
is.
isn't
And
it?
then the snow, I think the snow kind of detoured a few people or slowed a few people down. Some people were trying to come, but the weather, it kind of threw us off a little bit, especially, us Floridians, we don't get snow. So, so trying to drive in the slush and on the ice, that was a new experience. But yeah, we love it down there.
Yeah, it
Love
was.
it.
When I went, it was cold, but we didn't have that issue. But it was a lot of fun just walking down the street and
Yes.
music everywhere.
Oh, yes. And before we performed, we had an opportunity to go to different venues and just listen. And I love the variety of music
Oh yeah,
at that time of year. It's just, you can hear everything from
it's
everywhere.
pretty fun. You go into one
It
place, right, and then the
is.
next door there's someone else in the next door,
It
and you
is.
keep going down the street, and that's
It's
all you see.
amazing. You just
Yeah,
start at the very beginning and work your way down. It's amazing. It
and you were
really
in one of in 2024. You were there.
Yes.
You were performing.
Yes. We did Club 152. And it's honestly, it was probably the most fun. Every band there, we still communicate with all the bands that we
That's
met
good.
in that specific venue, and it was just, it was great, and we made it over to Alfred's for the semifinals, and but we had such a blast with all of the, like, it was so great, the camaraderie between everybody just there, not in just the mindset of competition, but in genuine love
Well,
of
they're all
music.
there for the same reason, though.
Mhm.
That's the thing. They're all because they want the connection, they want the networking. Because who knows? One of those network people that you were talking to might get you overseas. You don't
Yes.
know.
You never know. You never know. And so it's always great to, be prepared, be who you are, and give your absolute best. And I believe that specific year that we were there, it was a great year.
Good. Well, Shay, I just want to say thank you for taking some time out of your busy day.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. This was fun. It
Wasn't it? It's fun. It's
was a
it's a
lot of fun. A lot of fun. I've been anticipating this one. So,
and I need to connect with you some way of getting you. I have your email. Maybe I'll try to download from my phone the video and send it to you
okay. Yeah, we can do that.
because I can't believe I have it and I'm talking to you and you're in it. You and Tim are in it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I would absolutely love to see it.
It's only side stage though. I was standing side of the stage and I was just filming
Hmm.
the whole thing.
That I'll take it.
You'll
I
take
will
anything,
definitely.
right? You don't have it, but now you will have it if I can
I
get it
will
on. If
definitely
I can
take
get
it.
it to you guys.
We love to keep as many memories as we can throughout this journey. So yes, I would love it.
Next time you come to, you have my email.
Yes.
You have my contact info. I think I sent all of it to you.
Yes, sir. I think we have everything on file.
When you come back here in August, I'd
Mhm.
love to set something up to get you guys to come in and play.
Yes, sir. We will get it handled. I'll reach out to you as soon as I get more details on where we're going to be and when we're going to be so we can make sure we make that happen.
You know, we if I have to, you know, my show's on from 3 to 6 on Saturdays.
Mhm.
If I have to take over before my show so we can do it earlier, I'll do it.
Okay, that works out.
So you can get, a lot of times Saturday's a tough time because you have to do a sound check wherever you're playing,
Yes,
like
yes.
4 or 5 in the afternoon. If I can get it earlier, I will try to work it out so we can get you in like at 1 or 2 in the afternoon and get you to play
Cool. Yeah, we can do that.
something like that. But we'll work it out.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you so much. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Tell Tim thank you again for reaching out to me all those years ago.
Yes, I absolutely will.
And it was funny you said he remembered who I was. That's
He did.
good.
He did. He was like, Blues Deluxe. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, because he
So yes.
listened. I played your songs,
Yes.
and he was listening in Florida when I
Uh-huh.
played them because I told him I'm playing them at this time, and he heard them.
Yes. Yes. He was very excited when I told him. I'd say, yeah, we got a contact from Blues Deluxe. He's like, yeah, yeah,
I know
Blues
him.
Deluxe. Yeah, we know. Yes. So it was great. It was
Tell
great to
before we
experience.
go, tell everybody how they can find out about you. You have a website,
Yes.
Facebook,
Yes,
Instagram,
you can find us on Facebook under the Shaelyn Band. And then our website is www.shaelynband.com.
and it's spelled Shaelyn.
Yes,
Just so
sir.
they know.
Yes, sir. So, and you'll see my face pretty much on everything, or you'll see our logo. And it's the Shaelyn Band. It's really big, nice swirly little font that we have. And we also have a YouTube page, and it's the Shaelyn Band. And we are going to be putting up quite a few more videos on there, kind of give you guys a little bit of history with us and allow you to follow us and get a little bit more detailed in our music journey.
Great. I'll tell Mickey you said hi when I see
Yes.
him.
Tell him I love
I will.
him.
I'll tell him. Okay. Thank you again.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Bye bye.